right, welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition. This is episode number 39. And first of all, let me start off by wishing each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you're all spending some time today with your family, your friends, and any other loved ones, any other significant others you may have in your life, and hopefully you are, getting all the gifts that you wanted. I know many of you, believe in the Christmas spirit, and some of you don't. Some of you feel that it's a big facade for the retail industry, which it actually seriously is. But I still believe in the Christmas spirit, and I still, enjoy this day. Despite how commercialized it's become over the last probably 150 years or so in our history. And I also know that many of you today are spending Christmas alone. Some of you don't have family or anyone else to share this day with. I definitely feel for you on that. If you see this video and you need someone to reach out to, go ahead and send me an email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. Or if you're connected with me on Facebook, Google Hangouts, or any other way, reach out to me, and I'll do my very best to get back to you. Maybe we can have a, brief phone conversation at no cost, today. For a brief phone conversation. If you're in a situation where you're all by yourself and you're feeling kind of gloomy and you just need someone to be there for you, that's the kind of person I am. I'm here to lend a helping hand to you. It's not just about the money for Coach Eli. I do this because I love people. Some of you have family, and you're going to be spending this day with your family. But, maybe you've gone through a breakup over the last, or since last Christmas. And last year you spent Christmas with a significant other, and, it was just an amazing day. And this year you have an empty space there. I'm not just talking about my situation. I'm talking about the many others out there that are going through the same thing. If you're in that situation, where you're missing somebody or you're thinking about somebody that you spent Christmas with last year, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, I definitely feel for you. And I'm going to be talking more about that as part of the topic of today's Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, a very special Christmas edition here. I'm back at Red Morton Park, and there aren't a whole hell of a lot of people out here today, but they're popping in and out from everywhere every now and then. I'm going to try to, not run into anybody because I know people are just trying to get their walks in. I don't know what kind of mood they're in. Maybe they're going through something similar like I've gone through, or you may be going through, and they just want some space. They just want to breathe in the fresh air. So don't mind me if I, try to avoid the people. I love interacting with people, but today I'm going to leave people alone. Unless they try to jump, in front of the camera here with me. Can't help that. You never know what's going to happen. Okay? So, again, hopefully you're enjoying this day. You're making the best of it despite your situation. And just know that if you need something, I am definitely here. I'll have my phone with me wherever I'm at. I'm going to be spending time with my family later today, having dinner with them. And, if you send me an email and you need a little pep up, I'll do my best to get back to you, or maybe even schedule, a brief free phone conversation where we can chat later on tonight, or I may even extend that through tomorrow. So just reach out to me if you need something. I'd be happy to give you a Christmas gift from Coach Eli. Okay? So with that being said, let's just get the topic of today's Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition, episode number 39, and that is Merry Christmas. Should you reach out to your ex today or I'll even go further than the title states, throughout the rest of this holiday season? Or what should you do if they reach out to you? If your ex reaches out to you today, how should you handle that? And then after that, I'm going to be discussing the rebranding of my YouTube channel to where it's now called Coach Eli, Authentic Purple Pill Coaching. So one more time, Merry Christmas, which is part of the topic. Should you reach out to your ex today, or, throughout the rest of this holiday season? Or what should you do if your ex or they reach out to you today? How should you handle that? And after I get through that, I'm going to be discussing the rebranding of my YouTube channel that I just changed up this morning. I changed my channel name from Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli to Coach Eli - Authentic Purple Pill Coaching. That may even trigger a few people, but I could care less. I'm doing me. You do you, I do me. Okay? So let's get right to it. Okay? Again, I speak from personal experience. And yes, I had a significant other last year. And yes, it's only been about 4, almost 5 months since our breakup. So yes, a lot of what I talk about, I relate to. I share my personal experiences because I know many of you have gone through or are going through similar things. That doesn't mean that I'm not, haven't moved past my ex or, moved forward. I have. But I want to take the experiences of what's happened to me and, share with you what I've learned from my mistakes and how to handle things the best way to give yourself the best shot possible of accomplishing your desired result. Now, there are some of you out there that, have gone through a breakup recently. If you've gone through a breakup, especially over the last 2 weeks or a month, that's going to sting even more. That happened to me several years ago with my former ex, where we split up like right before the holiday season started. We're talking like just a few months. That really stings. But if whether you've gone through a very recent breakup or a breakup over the last 4 to 8 or 9 months, or any time after the previous holiday season that you spent with your ex, and you still wish things could be different. Now, this is if you are the one that got dumped, not the one who dumped the person. The dumper, is in the position of power. They made that decision, and if they want to, change that decision, obviously they can reach out to you and see if you're still interested in working things out. But as far as the dumpee goes, the person that got dumped, many of you may still have thoughts of reconciling with your ex, or you're missing them on a day like today, and you're wondering if they're going to reach out to you. And if they don't reach out to you by a certain point, you're probably wondering if you should reach out to them and just wish them a simple Merry Christmas. And my advice to you is to not do shit. Leave it alone. Don't do anything. Okay? No matter, how hard it is, no matter how much anxiety is building up inside of you to reach out, don't fucking do it. Because in reality, in my opinion, if you had a decent relationship and there was no abuse in the relationship, mentally, emotional, physical abuse, and there was no infidelity, no cheating, if your ex split up with you for any other reason besides the two I just mentioned, in my opinion, I feel there's always a chance to reconcile. for any other reason besides those two. Infidelity is one that's not forgivable, and abuse is one that shouldn't be forgivable, but a lot of women and men, will forgive their significant others for that. I don't agree with that, but that's up to you to decide how you want to live your life. Okay? But if you, were broken up over some insecurities or, other stupid things like that could have possibly been worked out, your ex that dumped you is probably thinking about you. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to, drop everything and reach out. It doesn't mean that they've released all the resentment they may have towards you. They may still have resentment towards you. Okay? Whatever happened, even though it may have been, a few months or, 3, 4, 5, 6 months since you split up, maybe they're not completely over what happened. Had a little kid moving over there. Let me just go back this way. So let me continue here before I lose my train of thought. Okay. Even though some time may have passed, since your ex split up with you, okay, your ex, may still be holding on to resentment, may still be feeling that, he or she made the right decision. And if you were to reach out to them, all you would be doing is resetting that clock of them, moving past that. At some point, all human beings are going to get over something. Okay? They're going to be able to move past it. But if you keep poking them, poke, even if you keep poking them every couple of weeks or every month or every couple of months, it's going to reset that clock and it's going to aggravate them more and it's going to make them feel that they made the right decision, even if it wasn't the right decision. You've got to give them the time and space to realize how life is without you because you spend a lot of time with them. Okay? So if you were to reach out to them today just to soothe your anxiety, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. You definitely don't want to do that. I'm just waiting for a couple people to pass on by here. And I want to come over this way. So, just to kind of wrap up this portion here, do not, I repeat, do not, under any circumstance, reach out to an ex today if you were dumped, recently up until, last Christmas or shortly after. If you got dumped shortly after last Christmas and recently, do not reach out to your ex today for any reason. Okay? Because they're probably thinking about you. Whether you think that they're thinking about you or not, they're probably thinking about you. It doesn't mean that they're going to get back with you or they're thinking about, definitely working things out. They're probably, thinking about where they were last year at this time. It's a natural thing for people to feel that way. It doesn't mean that they're interested in revisiting the situation. And even if they are thinking about revisiting the situation, due to a day like this, due to the reminiscing of a day like this, okay, if you reach out to them and annoy them, all of those positive thoughts within your ex's head, the person that dumped you, that may have started to head in the right direction towards reconciling with you are going to go out the window. So you just have to sit there and assume that, yes, your ex is thinking about you, good, bad, or indifferent. And if it's meant to be, they'll reach out to you. If it doesn't happen during, the holiday season, during the rest of today, during Christmas, or, before the new year ends, who knows? It may happen during the new year. You never fucking know. But under no circumstances, whether you're a man or a woman, do not reach out to your ex today. If you were the one that got dumped over the past year, okay, and, you're still having thoughts of possible reconciliation, you got to move forward with your life. Go enjoy this day with your friends and family, okay? And keep yourself occupied in other ways, okay? That's what you need to do. I know how hard it is. Trust me, okay? I had to push through that. I had to push through that myself. And I've now gotten to the point where, I've loaded myself up with so much to do, with new activity partners, friends. I'm back to now running my coaching business. I'm still running my insurance business for the time being. I've loaded myself with so many things that I've occupied myself to keep my mind off of things, and you should do that same thing. But under no circumstances before I move forward here should you reach out to an ex today that dumped you to just even say Merry Christmas. Because if you're thinking that just by sending a Merry Christmas text or email or something that, they're going to think you're just trying to be nice, no. They know. They'll know that they still have you. They'll know that you still want them in that way, and any possible chance of reconciliation that, may be going through their head, just goes out the window and the clock resets to the no contact period. Stay no contact. Now, what do you do? What should you do if your ex that broke up with you reaches out to you today? Or throughout the rest of the holiday season, depending on when you view this video. Okay? What should you do? Okay? Depending on the time they reach out to you, if they reach out to you, maybe before 6 o'clock and wish you, Merry Christmas, hope all is well with you and your family, take care. Okay? I would wait a couple, 2-3 hours, and I'd respond with the exact same thing. Thank you for the Christmas wishes. All is well. Hope all is well with you too. Happy holidays to you and your family. Blah, blah, blah. Take care. And just leave it at that. Do not say anything further than that. You do not want to give any more than they're giving you. Okay? But you also don't want to respond right away because you don't want them thinking that you're sitting by the phone hoping that they reach out to you because today is Christmas and the emotional epitome is going to fucking hit them. Some of you are waiting by the phone. I am not waiting by the phone. I've moved on, and whatever will be in my life. But some of you are waiting by the phone, and if you are waiting by the phone hoping you get that Christmas miracle text today from your ex, if he or she does reach out to you, you got to play it off like you're not doing it because you don't want to show weak, needy, desperate, or insecure behavior. You want to be cool about it. And again, depending on what they say, okay, you want to wait 2 to 3 hours before you respond. And don't give them any more than they give you. Like I said, if they wish you a Merry Christmas, hope all is well with you and your family, get back to them 2-3 hours later and say, hey, look, all is well. It's great to hear from you. Hope you and your family are enjoying the holiday season as well or whatever. Very simple, very cordial. Okay? Now, if they text you or email you or reach out to you, 9, 10 o'clock at night, I would probably wait till the next morning, late morning, early afternoon to respond. Because after like 9 or 10 o'clock, that gets pretty late. Okay? So that's the way that I would, handle that situation. Don't make the fatal mistake of just responding right away or saying, hey, it's it's great to hear from you, and happy holidays. I miss you. You wanna hang out for New Year's? Don't do that. Just give them what they give you. Make them wonder how you feel. Make them wonder what you're thinking about. Throw the ball back into their court by just giving them what they give you, but give it to them subtly. Don't respond right away. Okay? You don't want to come off as weak, needy, desperate, and insecure. Got a big, whiny crybaby around here. Actually, there are a bunch of people at the park that are playing soccer. So I'm going to try to get through this area as quickly as possible because a lot of people are showing up. All right, so I think I've kind of drilled into the ground what you should not do, today if you're, still interested in reconciling things with an ex that broke up with you, and what you should do if an ex that did break up with you reaches out to you. Okay? And I will tell you this, for today and tomorrow only, the 25th today, Christmas, and the 26th, if you send me a very brief email with your situation and you need some quick advice on how to handle a situation like this, I'll get back to you with some quick advice for free. Only on the 25th and 26th of December 2018. Okay? So there is my Christmas gift to you folks right there. How long have we gone for so far, which is what I'm trying to say. What is it about? I can't even see with these sunglasses on. 22 minutes. All right. So let's move on to the next part of my video here. And the rebranding of my YouTube channel that I just rebranded this morning. That's probably going to trigger some people, but I don't care. I'm staying true to myself, and I'm staying true to my message. Okay? A little windy here today. Hopefully my windscreen on the microphone is filtering out most of that wind. You can hear me clearly. So today I just rebranded my YouTube channel from Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, and I changed it to Coach Eli, Authentic Purple Pill Coaching. Now, why did I change it to Authentic Purple Pill Coaching? Okay. Well, here's the thing. Since I came back onto the YouTube scene a little over a month ago, initially, I started up my coaching business and I was only, putting videos out on Facebook because I wanted to avoid all the mishaps that happened in the past and avoid all the trolls and this and that. But when I came back, about 3 weeks or so after I came back, which was about a week and a half ago, I connected with a gentleman I knew of before, and he knew of me, but we never connected at a level we just recently did. I connected with Mad Shangy and, his group of followers that congregate in the Mad Shangy Discord group. And I will tell you, they've welcomed me into their group. I know I've mentioned this a few times, but I'll mention it again. They've welcomed me into their group. They've accepted me for me. They may not agree with everything that I say, but they know I'm an authentic person with a big heart, and I'm not out to scam or screw people over. The majority of the people in this group are known as, guys that are actually MGTOW, where they've decided that they are not going to cohabitate with women ever. They're never going to marry a woman, okay, etc. Many of these guys, and I've been made aware that even if you're MGTOW, it's still okay to go out there and, you can date a woman, you can pump and dump, you can hang out with women, you just don't cohabitate don't live with a woman, don't get married to a woman, don't have kids with a woman. And that's what I pretty much learned from the Shangy group. If I butchered that, Shangy or anyone else in the group, definitely let me know. The park is getting a little bit more busy right now. And these guys and gals, there are some women in the Mad Shangy Discord group as well. The reason why they started supporting me is because there's been a group of guys I've been talking about on YouTube that calls themselves the Purple Pillars. They call them they call themselves another derogatory name. I won't mention it and feed into it. Okay. But a bunch of these guys that claim to be Purple Pill, and I'll explain what that is in a second, for those of you that don't know. A lot of these guys have made it their life's mission to pretty much stalk me on YouTube, respond to any video I put out there, just do whatever it takes to belittle me, just because they just don't like my message. Okay? So, because of that, I feel that the purple pill is not being represented properly. Now, what is the purple pill? What are all these pills that you may be hearing if you've been following me for a while, or following some of these other guys in the MGTOW community, or the online community in regards to relationships nowadays in the modern world? Okay. First of all, let me explain that all these pills are basically considered an ideology. Okay. When it comes to the MGTOW men going their own way community, most of the guys that are actual MGTOWs, men that have gone their own way, meaning they don't cohabitate with women, they don't marry women, they don't have kids with women, okay, are considered red pill MGTOWs, okay? But there really are no pills associated with MGTOW, which is what I found out. You're either MGTOW or you're not, okay? If you're purple pill or blue pill, okay, you're technically not MGTOW, you're a part of what's known as the manosphere, okay? All these pills are for identification purposes. They're identifiers. These pills are just identifiers, So let me explain to you, as I did, I believe, in my last video, what these pills stand for. A red pill person, or a red pill man, is somebody that understands that the stove is very hot in today's modern world when it comes to dating or marrying women. They understand that things aren't the same, and it's very risky if you date or marry a woman, that you're going to have your resources extracted or be taken advantage of in some way, shape, or form, which is what I'm trying to say. Be taken advantage of in some way, shape, or form. So these guys have decided to withdraw from women in regards to never living with them, meaning they won't cohabitate with them, they won't have kids with them, and they'll never marry them, because the system, at least here in the U.S. and in Canada, where many of the people are from that I'm associated with in the Mad Shangy group, and some of them are also, I believe, in the UK and Australia. In many of those countries, divorce laws favor women. Even if the man, deserves a fair shake when it comes to child custody or divorce settlements, typically the court system or the court systems, in these places I've mentioned, and probably globally now, it favors women. So these red pill guys, these guys that identify themselves as red pillars, okay, understand this, and they feel it's just not worth it. So the furthest they will ever go with a woman is, either being friends, a platonic friend, a fuck buddy, friends with benefits, something like that. And that's pretty much as far as it goes. Okay? Now, the blue pill, the ideology of the blue pill is the complete opposite. A blue pill man is known as a man that conforms to, everything that a woman asks for, conforms to all of her wants and needs, puts her on a pedestal, believes in being a white knight and extremely chivalrous to the woman all the time, places the woman above him, which is a big fucking no-no. Basically, it is a kiss-ass beta male that has no spine, okay, and just feels that women should be like embraced as if they are gold or platinum, right? Okay, nothing wrong to embrace women as long as you embrace yourself and the woman you're with embraces you at the same level. But a lot of these guys don't have any self-respect. They're big fucking pussies. They lack self-confidence. They just don't have a fucking clue as to how, women are and, just how dating works. And quite frankly, a lot of these guys, in many cases, they're such big fucking pussies, they don't even deserve to be called men. So those are blue pill guys. That's the blue pill ideology. As far as purple pill goes, which is also an ideology, okay? It's an ideology. It's an idea, okay? As far as purple pill goes, okay, the ideology of the purple pill is a hybrid of the red and the blue pill. Now, MGTOW guys don't even see the purple pill as an ideology. They see it as you're either red or you're blue. And I believe it. There's a lot of truth to that. The purple pill basically is red pill aware. Purple pill guys understand the stove is hot, understand everything I previously mentioned in regards to the red pill, on why these red pill guys, have pretty much gone MGTOW, okay? The purple pill guys understand all that. They have the knowledge and awareness of the red pill, but they still choose to navigate within the matrix of the blue pill, okay? They still choose to navigate within the matrix of the blue pill. Now, I'm not saying these purple pill guys are big fucking pussies like the actual blue pillars are. But in some cases, in order to make any relationship work nowadays, you have to almost, you have to pretty much sometimes conform to things you don't really want to conform to just to make your relationship work. So many times you're almost forced into blue pill behavior as a purple pillar, which sucks, even though you don't want to go there. And I've been there myself. I've had to silence myself in past relationships just to not piss off a girlfriend or her family or something like that. And to me, even though, I identified myself as purple pill, during that time, I still had some blue pill behavior because I felt like I had no choice. I felt like I wasn't going to be accepted, for the way I am or for what I really wanted to say. So I kind of had to silence myself and become a little bit more PC, which I hate that. I hate being PC. So that's pretty much what the purple pill is. The purple pill guys, most of them still believe in dating and marrying a woman and cohabitating with a woman and having, hopefully having what was once known as a traditional relationship, which really doesn't exist anymore because of modern day feminism and the way things are today, of women being liberated and women being in the workforce, etc. Okay. That's what these purple pill guys believe. But again, they believe in that knowing that the stove is hot and knowing that there's a great risk involved, no matter how aware they are and no matter how well prepared they are going into that relationship or marriage. The stove is still hot. And the ironic thing, and it makes sense, I've been learning a lot more about red pill MGTOW knowledge and what these ideologies really mean by hanging out with the Mad Changi group. I mean, you guys have been great. You guys and gals have been great. There are some women in the Mad Changi group. There's no discrimination there. But the women that are in the Mad Changi group are anti-feminists, and they're really cool, and I have a lot of respect for them. So thank you very much, Holly XO, and thank you very much to Rose Blade as well, that are part of the Mad Changi Discord. You ladies are absolutely awesome. I have a lot of respect for you. But yeah, many of these, red pill MGTOW guys feel that it's even worse for someone to be purple pill than blue pill, because being purple pill, you are red pill aware, but you're still putting yourself out there. You're still going to get fucked in many, if not all cases. Okay. So it makes you look worse knowing what you were already getting into and then still getting screwed, whereas a blue pill guy is just fucking oblivious. Now, we're not saying that, we're going to let blue pill guys off easy because they're unaware, but think about it. If you go into something not aware and you make a mistake, it's more understood than if you go into something knowing what can happen and then, it goes south and then, you're like, wow, okay, I knew the stove was hot. I still took the risk and I failed. Okay. So pretty much that's what the purple pill is all about. Now here's the thing. I enjoy the company of a woman. And I really appreciate women out there that are good women, especially like the women that are in the Discord, in the Mad Changi Discord I mentioned a few minutes ago here. Okay? And, I've actually been fortunate enough in my life to date women that, at least while I was dating them, they were decent civil women, and they did reciprocate, for the most part. Most of my exes, did reciprocate while we were together. And they were great conversationalists, and I enjoyed their company. Okay? But at the end of the day, they ended up breaking up with me and just going through that emotional, pain, sucks on its own. And that's another thing that you can prevent by, going MGTOWs, that you don't have to go through that emotional pain. Even if you had a decent relationship and it was fair, she did her part, you did your part, you both equally contributed financially, mentally, emotionally, etc. Even if all that was equal and she breaks up with you, you as a man still have to go through the, the shitty emotional roller coaster after you get hurt, because men get hurt too. Men have emotions too. We just don't, we're typically stronger with our emotions, but when we're invested in something and it's taken away from us, it hurts us. And in many cases, men more so lash out, when this happens to them, because we've basically been the rock and suppressing our emotions all along to be the stronger one, to the point of where if we're fully invested in the relationship, okay, and regardless, of the fact of the relationship being one or two-sided, in my case, my last relationship for the most part was pretty fair and equal when it came to, like I said, spending money on each other, making effort for each other, the emotional investment, etc. Even all that was equal, okay, when she took that away, it hurt. And the emotional pain itself is enough for even many red pill MGTOW guys to go MGTOW, or even red pill guys, the ideology of the red pill to make these guys go MGTOW. So it's not just about the money or, having half your shit taken in a divorce or losing your children. It's all of the emotional, roller coaster. It's the emotional roller coaster you're going to experience afterwards that's going to really, really fucking weigh you down. Let me tell you, it fucking weighs you down for a while. Okay. So with that being said, why have I rebranded myself, at least on YouTube, as the Purple Pill Coach or Authentic Purple Pill Coaching? Because I share my real, authentic experiences. There's no one else out there that is doing anything nearly as close as what I'm doing. I share real life examples of what I've been through and how I handled it wrong maybe the first couple of times, and then how I figured out to handle it the right way, okay? And I honestly feel that the manosphere community out there really needs someone that understands the real ideology of the purple pill. Okay? Again, I've been learning a lot more about, red pill knowledge through the group I'm involved with. And I've got a lot of great support with this group. And as a matter of fact, I even asked them if it would be a good idea to rebrand myself as the Purple Pill Coach or something of that sort. And they're like, do it. Even you, Matt Shangy, you're saying do it. Now, maybe you were saying to do it because you want to trigger these purple pillars out there, these wannabe fake purple pillars, or whatever we want to call them. But regardless, I think you actually feel that I'm the right person for it, because I do understand this shit, but I am one that still does believe in relationships and marriage, even though the stove is hot. I'm aware the stove is hot. I'm aware it's a risk. But I'm also aware that some people out there, including myself, want to carry on the family name. I want to have children. And some of you guys out there in the MGTOW world will say, well, you can have children in other ways. Maybe you can adopt. Maybe you can find a surrogate or something like that. Sure, I know there are other ways, but you know what? I want to do things a traditional, natural way. And I know there are still many other people out there that want to have a chance at that. And I can help those people, have the best chance of accomplishing that, knowing what they're up against in today's day and age. And maybe even sharing some philosophy with them, along with the network of others that I know, on how to protect themselves should something go wrong. There are cohabitation agreements in Canada. There are prenuptial agreements here in the U.S. There are many things you can do to protect yourself as best as possible. And I have the resources, through the network of people that, I've gotten to know and trust over the years, to provide that information for you and give you the best possible shot. I'm hearing somebody somewhere, but I don't know where they're at. So, how far have I gone? 43 minutes? I need to wrap this up really soon here. So are many people out there going to question the fact that I'm now Coach Eli, Authentic Purple Pill Coaching, or the Purple Pill Coach? Absolutely. The scrutiny is going to start immediately, I'm telling you. But I wanted to put this out here on Christmas Day to give you all this Christmas gift and let you know that I'm really here for the right reasons. I'm here to stay. I'm authentic. I'm real. I share actual stories that I personally have been through, or my friends have been through, or I've been through with my family. I keep the names out of it. Those of you that know who I am can figure out who I'm talking about. But most people out there don't know exactly who I'm talking about. I use these situations for example purposes. I share real life examples, and that's why people are interested in viewing my content, because there's nobody out there that's as raw, real, and open as I am. And what better way to learn than from somebody that's open, honest, real, genuine, and straightforward with what they've gone through, how they handled it and what the outcome was. You know what? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the other purple pillars, okay? You continue doing what you're doing. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. And let's see where the people congregate towards. They might still congregate towards you. You guys have more subscribers on your channels because I shut down my former channel and I'm starting over. Or they might start coming over here. Let's see what happens. Okay? I'm not trying to, kick anybody down or dismiss anybody, but from what I've seen out there are a lot of people that have been, putting out false information and pretending to be something that they're not. This is one thing that I've learned from this Discord, and they put it out there, so it's okay for me to discuss it. Okay, I'm going to discuss this here before I wrap this up. Okay, I heard some shit through the Discord last night and the past few nights, and even Mad Shangy, did a live stream last night, and we were talking about all this. There were a bunch of content creators out on YouTube through this MGTOW, Men Going Their Own Way community, also known as the Manosphere, that were proven to be shills. They were proven to be fake. They went out there and they claimed they were something, and they were proven otherwise. And basically, they were just acting. Okay? Now, there was some real shit that happened out there. I don't need to get into that. But for the most part, these people were claiming to be MGTOW and used the MGTOW tag to try to monetize it, when the purpose of MGTOW is to help men better navigate through this crazy modern world of radical feminism that we all live in today. And these guys were just thinking about the money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a coach. I do want to make money, but I'm very transparent about it. But I give most of my information away for free, and I'm not out here trying to sell you a pipe dream. I'm not out here trying to sell you, a red pill cryptocurrency coin like what happened last year. And as a matter of fact, when I called out that scandal last year, it was proven to be true. And all these guys that were trying to back up, these people that were doing the scam were just a part of the scam themselves. It's unbelievable how deep this scam went out there on YouTube with some of these, wannabe MGTOW content creators, or people that, claim to be wannabe MGTOW content creators. You guys know who you're talking about, right? And you knew I was on to you as well. I was the first one that exposed this cryptocurrency thing 2 days before a gentleman named Marcus, who runs the, groundworks for the Metaphysics of MGTOW channel. I was the first one to expose it. And I got shit for it. But it has been proven a year later that I was 100% right. And I brought this to the forefront. There are a lot of shills out there, okay? The people I've heard that are shills out there, I'm not going to mention their names. But even channels with 40, 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers on YouTube that were claiming to be MGTOW channels were nothing but goddamn shills. And what these channels would do is they would get people to send $300 super chats within the live stream chat, because on YouTube you can send money through the live stream chat of a live stream. And then what I found out is that you can actually cancel those super chats, even days or weeks down the road. So a lot of these channels would have people put out fake super chats with large dollar amounts, so that way it would stimulate the others in the channel or on the channel through the chat to donate money. It was a fucking scam. And I actually saw this happening. I was on those channels where those large super chats were coming back to back to back. And I just was thinking to myself, something just ain't right here. Something isn't right. I'm going to come out here and say right now what I've learned through the Mad Shangy Discord. And Mad Shangy, you have earned my respect tenfold, brother. And same to NYC Korean MGTOW, Jack, and many others, Sishu, many others that are a part of this Discord. You, if I've left your name out, I'm sorry. Too many people to mention. I have the utmost respect for you folks because you're out there doing the right thing to protect the good people from the shills and the fakes. And I was angry last night, even after we got off the air, after we were on the live stream on Mad Shangy's channel. I was angry because I'm like, wow, I fed into all this bullshit, and I didn't even realize how fake all these people were. And I paid the price. I paid a huge price for feeding into people that were full of shit. Do I feel a little stupid? Maybe so. You fooled me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You're not going to fool me a second time. I'm back and bigger than ever now. I cannot believe the price I paid. Again, I'll mention this today. It was part of the reason why my relationship ended. It wasn't the only reason, but part of it. But there was more than just my relationship. I invested a year plus into my former coaching business where I could have invested more time into my insurance business or something else and make more money than I did that year. Now, don't get me wrong, I have residual income and I live off of that. Okay, my renewal income. But I could have done something else. And it really angers me to know that all the shit I was feeding into, the people I was feeding into were full of shit. They were fake. They were shills. They were scammers. They were all about the money and not about the message. Their message was full of fucking shit. Their message was full of shit. I'm real, folks. This is my message. This is who I am. You can either love me or fucking hate me. But I'm never going to fucking try to bullshit you to take $1 from you. I will ask you, though, as I end this video, if you feel like helping a brother out and throwing me a couple of bucks because you value my content, feel free to donate. If you don't, I still love you. No big deal. Maybe you can't afford to do it. Maybe you don't feel I deserve it. That's up to you to decide. But I'm not going to sit here and try to scam you and shill you into something just to make $1 while trying to use the tag of a philosophy out there, you know, the MGTOW philosophy out there, which is trying to help save men from this gynocentric world we're living in of radical fucking feminism. And you guys out there that are taking advantage of this MGTOW tag to monetize it are no better than these fucking women. I have more respect for feminists than I do for you fucks out there, for you guys out there that took advantage of the MGTOW title to monetize it for your own selfish fucking benefit. Fuck you all. Am I fucking angry? Yeah, Shangy, you're like, Shangy's watching right now. He's like, damn, what happened to Coach Eli over the last year? This is how Coach Eli's always been. I was forced to be tamed for many reasons because I was trying to get monetized on YouTube. And they were reviewing my fucking channel. They took forever. And they never got to re-reviewing it. Once I lost my monetization and requalified. I had to tame myself for that. I also had to tame myself in my last relationship. I had to tame myself and not be myself. I was not myself. I'm not saying I wasn't completely myself, but in many times I had to hold back my honest thoughts and feelings to try to conform to all this bullshit from wherever it was coming from. I'm done with that. There's no more taming Coach Eli. There's some fucking young fucking punk cranking their stereo and peeling out in the parking lot of the park, and they're going to cause a fucking accident. I should go there and show them a piece of my fucking mind. I got the fire and the rage and the passion. I'm here for you folks. And you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. There's a lot more to come. I'm here to help people. And now that I've found a good network of people that have at least some respect for me, I'm not saying they fully respect me, but they respect me a lot more than they did, and they respect me a lot more than they do the shills. They don't respect the shills at all. But they know I have a big heart and I'm real, and I know they have a big heart and they're real. And I'll tell you, Matt Cheng and your group and all that, we're going to make this an awesome 2019. I'm going to help as many people as possible, and I'm going to help you folks help as many people as possible. I'm also going to help you folks filter out the trash so the real message of helping men, and in my case, helping men and women, gets out there. Because let me tell you something. Feminism doesn't only hurt men, it hurts women. It hurts the good women out there that I know are still out there. And even for the radical feminists, I feel they really don't want to be in the position they're in. You know, they've been indoctrinated into this fucking culture, you know, through social conditioning, modern social conditioning by the mainstream media, corporations, the government, because it stimulates the fucking economy. It's just fucking ridiculous what's going on. And before I wrap this up, again, I'm going to do whatever I can to help bring things back, at least to somewhat the way they were in the past. I know, Shengi, you don't agree with that. I know you mentioned in the interview I did with you the other day that you're okay with the way things are, you know, with feminism and all that. Maybe you're saying those exact words, you know, you're okay with it because at least it allowed men to realize they're being taken advantage of. That's a good point right there, but quite frankly, I'm not okay with modern day feminism. I think we need to do whatever we can to make things a level playing field between men and women again, because if we don't, you know, like I mentioned many times before, the human race, the human species is going to be extinct like dinosaurs. And if that's, you know, where you folks, you know, want to take, you know, the human race, the human species, that's up to you. I'm not going to be here when that happens. Okay? But just because I'm not going to be here doesn't mean I don't care about the future. I do. Okay? But in my eyes, before I wrap this up, the future is now. The future is now. If each and every one of you takes a good look at yourselves, okay, and digs deep into what's actually happening in today's day and age, and you start to understand how you're contributing to it going south, then maybe you may be able to change your ways to help it go back north and make this place and make this world a better place once again like it once was. And that's where I'm going to end this video today. Okay, I will more than likely be back for another video tomorrow. I should be back for a video tomorrow and pretty much most of the rest of the week. If you want to reach out to me, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. If you feel like throwing me a few bucks because you value the message in my videos, you know, go to my website, coach.eliasmelas.com, and click on the donate tab. Or go to coach.eliasmelas.com/donate and donate any amount that equals to the value you feel you receive. Okay? I'm not a fucking shill. I'm the real deal. I do this because I love doing this. Okay? I don't do this just for the money. Yes, I do want to make this my business. I'm being real with you. I've never lied about that. Okay? Okay? But I am a real person, and I do this because I enjoy doing it, and I want to make a difference, and I want to help you folks, you know, by hopefully preventing you from going through some of the negative things I went through. And that's why I do what I do. That being said, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.